back to RØDECaster User Meetup on Learner to Learner, a collaborative learning channel where we all come together in the next hour and talk about all things RØDECaster. And that would mean the RØDECaster Original, the RØDECaster Pro 2, RØDECaster Duo, including the latest family, which I do not own, but some of you might do, RØDECaster Video. And I also want to say I say hello to people. Actually, I'm just looking at Solomon was in Clubhouse for a little bit, but tonight, if you're listening to us on Clubhouse, tonight will be our last broadcast or last room on Clubhouse because, as I mentioned recently, there's a lot of technical things that I have to do to host two rooms, and there's only very finite attention that I have, attention span that I can focus that I can give to the show. And I decided, since attendance been fairly low for the last year, but this is where it all started though. This is where it started because Clubhouse is two-way, so people can raise their hand, come on up on stage and chat with us. But if you happen to be on Clubhouse like Andrew, just pop in. We will be shutting down the live rooms going forward until, unless something changes. But the history of that is we started on about 4+ years now, almost 5 years ago on Clubhouse, especially during the pandemic, where a lot of people came in, and we just thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about sound, audio in general. And I just recently got a RØDECaster, and I thought, you know what, I need help with my brand new RØDECaster, the OG, back in like 2020, and I decided to open up this room and do a weekly gathering where I am actually learning from other people. And the whole concept of learner to learner came in because of this whole idea. But anyway, speaking of those of you watching live, 7 of you, if you're watching live, if you want to participate, please let me know in the chat. I put the link in the chat also on how to join the show. You can go to the website, learnertolearner.com, click on the call in with Zoom button right here, and it will prompt you to register names, email address, so that we can send you the link and also consent to join the show. And if you have any additional comments or questions to ask, I do suggest that you come over into the live chat and interact with me first so that I know when your registration comes through that you are legit, because we've had a few registrations that came in that look a little bit fishy. And so I reached out to them typically and asking them for further confirmation. And if I don't hear anything from them again, then I deny the request. So usually a week after, but if you requested for, or if you've registered and you haven't heard back from me and still pending my approval, let me know, poke at me in the chat. And as I said, Adrian's in Clubhouse. Tonight will be my last night doing this live room on Clubhouse. So I thought I would at least make that very clear to you all, those of you who might be listening to the replays. It doesn't mean that we're not doing what we're doing here on Clubhouse for the last 5 years. We are taking it to a different platform where we actually have more eyeballs, more ears, so that we can get more people to participate. So if you want to participate, like one of my guests, 3 guests here, welcome to the show. We have, who do we have? We have George. Hello, George.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. Thank you for asking. We also have returning guest, Reggie. Hello, Reggie. Welcome back.
Hello.
And returning guest, also Derek is back. Hello.
Howdy. Glad to be here.
You're welcome back. Let's see who else is online. We don't want we don't want any shitty spammers. This would be Rob. Rob, I hope you'll come back one of these days. So anyway, very, very quickly, quick news for RØDECaster users. It's on the RØDECaster video side. Did you all get the email? I don't know how many.
I saw one of the videos on YouTube.
We can talk a little bit about that too. But for any of you here use a RØDECaster video? I don't think we do, right? I do. I know that what's his name now? Skip away the teacher. What's his name?
Didn't Philip use one, or is it Philip?
No, Philip does not. Oh my gosh, he's gonna kill me. He's oh my gosh, it's my my brain. Anyway, oh my gosh, what's his name? He commented all the time. He's a teacher. He hasn't been coming back. Please come back. And I always, oh gosh. You know what? If you're watching this and if you catch Aaron, that's right. Aaron, thank you, Rob, for helping. Oh my gosh, my brain. Aaron, 4-hour Aaron, he has a RØDECaster video, and I'm sure he's very excited with the new update. So we can talk a little bit about that later on in this next hour. And also, if you're watching this and if you find this interesting at the end of the hour, and if you want to join us on our second show, another show on Learner to Learner's channel called Soundcheck, where we open up the topic of discussions to be broader than just RØDECasters. And if you want to do that toward the end, if you feel like this is a program that you like, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Then you will be served. You will be served the next program, because sometimes I see people watching, and then when it ends, they're like, "Oh, where did it go?" So be sure if you want to subscribe so that we can get you in here as well. And Lewis is joining us. He's been. Let's see if it's his hasn't been back on for a while, so Lewis is returned. Hello, Lewis. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello. When you get your video feed up, and when you have your video feed, oh wait, what is it? Oh yeah, you're getting your camera set up. So anyway, open it to everybody. George, Reggie, Derek, and Lewis. Have you had anything in mind other than what we're going to get into, which is the latest firmware release when it comes to RØDECaster subjects and topics that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I had something. So continuing on from last week. So I was telling the others a little bit ago that it's funny to me. I had the realization today. I was kind of playing around with some settings and stuff, and I came to the realization that I've had my Duo for about a year now. I'm coming up on a year, and I had just only been using the podcast studio setting, and I've never played with the settings at all. So after we were tinkering last week, I went ahead and I got a podcast episode I'm recording on Friday, and so I was like, well, I better kind of play around with this and tweak it. And so I was messing around with some settings, and right now I've got everything. The only thing I have turned on is the noise gate, and I turned off everything. And I don't really have like the golden ears or anything, but I was doing a few little recordings, and I came to the realization that I think I like my voice better without any processing than I do with the settings I've been using. I still need to play around with it, but
do you want to let us hear, because you're using a different microphone, you're using your
wearable. I figured I'd bounce back and forth. Let me switch here.
And also, if you want us to hear, make sure that your original sound for musicians is on, so that we hear you pretty much exactly, or at least as close as possible to what you're hearing yourself. So Tai, if you are hearing us, I'm hearing the slap back from you, Reggie. So make sure that we are. If you're in your Zoom, it needs to be set to RØDECaster Pro 2 chat, USB chat, and also on chat. Make sure that it should be on your Mixminder should be on, but typically the culprit is your Zoom setting. Your input and output should be set to RØDECaster Pro 2 chat. That way, Tai, we were talking about this will be our final week doing it on here. The end of an era. Well, we're transitioning from Clubhouse into YouTube now, and because there's the attendance pretty low on Clubhouse, and my focus is also finite. I would like to transition and put more focus on the other side, on Zoom. So hello, Michael. Good to see you. Okay, see, I said final week and everybody shows up. Hi, Michael.
Hey, John, how's it going? Good to see you.
Good, good. Well, good to have you here on our final show here.
Yeah, I was gonna try to pop in on the sound check, but I saw you were here. I saw you doing roadcasts.
Right, right. Yeah, the hour before it. But yeah, so we're wrapping up the Clubhouse participation or the lack thereof, and then move on to YouTube. And now hopefully people will pop over there. Since I've been doing this more than 1 year now on both sides, and decided it's time to move on. So if you, oh, I'm still hearing it, Reggie.
Well, okay, hold on, let me see.
Check. Yes. Is it showing up on your Zoom, both input and output as chat? RØDECaster Pro 2 chat?
Need to be on chat?
Yeah, both of them needs to be on chat.
Is that better? They're
Yes.
both on chat now.
Much better. I don't hear myself anymore because it's hard for you to tell because you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But we can tell that yeah. So now it's good, and that is something, especially with Zoom noise cancellation and echo cancellation being so good. It could sound like one thing, and that's why when people want us to hear their sound, in order for us to tweak or improve or adjust things, we need to make sure that you are an original sound for musicians. And in fact, there's a video on the website, learnertolearner.com. The first video that popped up, and there is how to turn on original sound for musicians. Because if you are planning on joining us here, it is crucial that you know how to do it. I can walk you through, but obviously you can also watch it and learn how to do it prior to that. Okay, so now let's hear you.
Okay, so now I'm on my Fifine wired mic.
Okay,
So,
cool. Still sound good? Yeah, my question is, did you save your settings that you've been playing with?
Yes. This time I did save it. But I mean, like I mentioned, at this point, I turned off every single thing, and the only thing I turned on was noise gate so that it would take out the sound of the server rack that I am sitting next to.
Yeah.
So
it sounds pretty good. I'd like for you to be a little louder, but what's your gain?
Okay, let's see. So for this mic, I have it at 55. Well, 55. Are you referring to within
the setting, or within the mic setting?
Okay, mic setting, I'm at 55.
So like we're talking about like here, this one. You see, visually, if you can see when I speak, it's kind of hovered around midpoint, and sometimes even occasionally over into the red occasionally. But I like to keep it pretty close to the to the right side of the green range if you're looking at the screen there.
Okay, let me bump mine up a little bit. So that was kind of one of the things that
I like it better already. I mean, at least the level that I can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, that was one of the things that I was curious about. So when I record my episodes and I listen back, I'm always kind of scratching my head because it's always really quiet.
So I mean, you can obviously process it at the end, but because I do live, and so I want to make sure that I have hit a certain loudness so that people can hear us, and also get all my guests to be about the same loudness so that everybody else can hear it. So I'll keep monitoring for you, and obviously if you don't feel like you need it, then don't use it, because as you introduce more filtering, or not filtering but processing, then it will for instance, the biggest thing that people do is with the de-esser. Sometimes the de-esser can do more harm than good, because not everybody's voice needs to be de-essed. So typically I have that turned off. But compression, you could probably use some compression, which can talk a little bit, and that will also help you do a little bit of a gain compensation as well. Bring more of your like the loudness without going blowing up the gain. So the gain, I always say gain is something that you do visually, because your fader could be all the way down. You should still be able to set your gain the way you want it to be, which is for me, as I showed to you earlier, I like mine on the RØDECaster Duo and RØDECaster Pro 2 to be hovering around middle or to the right, almost slightly to the right of the green zone. And of course, you want to keep that same where you typically speak. You want that same position, and you keep talking, and then you adjust your gain up all the way to about here. And for me, it's 60. So I have an SM7B. If I have 50, to me, that's not loud enough for me. So even though they're trying to tell you to not go beyond like midpoint of green, my experience is it actually does a pretty good job. It doesn't go distorted very quickly. So you can set it to occasionally touching the red. You see it like I'm kissing the red. It's still okay. And of course, I also have my compression on too. My compression on just very slightly, right? Threshold is still pretty high, so it's not going to kick in the compression a lot at -6 dB. You see that there's like a red dot, that red mark that shows up. That's when compression happens. So if I speak really softly, it's not going to happen. But if I speak louder, you see the compression happens a lot more then. And so if you leave the threshold fairly high, like where I have it, you then have a compensation, or your gain, makeup gain. You can also put that makeup gain back in there to get your level to be the way you want it to be. I typically like to get mine hitting about -14 to -12 on here. And sometimes, it could even go up more. So -15 is this little line here. My unity level is at -15. And a bit above that is where I usually try to get to. At least that's to my ear. So something to play with, right? But I love the fact that you come in here and we were messing with that, and now you're messing with it on your own, which is really good. That's the whole idea of making it not so scary. You don't want to touch any of those buttons.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, the big thing for me was just trying to cut down on the server noise, and so kind of my next thing is
noise gate, obviously,
to try and dial this setting, because I mean, obviously, I can't get rid of the background noise if I'm going to continue to record in this room. So kind of my next goal is to play with the settings to see if I can kind of bump my voice up a little bit past the server noise. I mean, I'm not really sure how much you can hear it when I talk, but
I can hear it. At least I can hear it when the gate is open. But another thing you could try is if you use compression, and if your gain, I think gain has to be set correctly for your voice. So once you set it correctly visually, like where it hits, where we were talking about, and then you can, if your voice is still not as loud as some of your hosts like me want it to be, or you want it to be, then you can use in the compression and use the makeup gain to compensate for those the loudness of your voice. But you don't want to just rely on your gain to give you all the loudness that you want to achieve, because it will clip if you keep going. If you crank up to, I don't know what the max is. What's the max of the RØDECaster gain? 76 or something? No.
Yeah, 76 or 76. Something like that.
Yeah. So obviously, even though I'm on the SM7B, I'm only at 60, and I'm not like super loud. So there, I'm glad you have a good start and you're able to save your settings. Now I'm curious about Derek's.
Actually, I have a question for Reggie first.
Okay, go ahead.
When you're recording,
well, let me get to
what is
your. There you go.
On your recording setting, are you recording pre-fader or post-fader?
Yes, pre-fader.
Oh, that's why you're soft. Yeah,
that's why you're not going to hear some of your effects. Volume levels can be affected by that too. So play around with that as well, depending on what you're wanting to hear. Because I ran into that when I first did it. I was doing everything to one side, and I was like, "Why am I not hearing a difference?" Until I changed the fader. Because then when I do podcasts and recordings, I can do a little bit more real time adjustment based off guest volume in my own volume.
That's a
to
really
fix it
good
on the
point to
fly.
point out. Do you, can you switch to where you? I love that since you have OBS. So in your recording, let's see, where is it in
It's outputs and then multi-track, because I
output?
record in multi-track.
So output, and in your multi-track, you get to choose in your multi-track the recording. There are 3 tabs up on top: recording, USB 1 output, and USB 1 input. The recording, you have 3 options: turning it off, meaning like not recording, or recording it, or not have multi-track recording, pre-fader, and post-fader. Let's talk about that, because that's very important. Pre-fader is all the processing and your fader volume. So your actual, like this, the fader, how you know, how up or how high you set your fader. That is not going to affect anything if you have it pre-fader chosen. So if you have pre-fader chosen, it's not going to take any effect at all, because it's recording all your signal before the fader. So if you want to have your processing being recorded, then you want to make sure that you also go into your setting and choose post fader in your recording. The recording that is on the RØDECaster micro SD card.
And if you're not using local recording, because I believe you said last week you use Riverside, you'd want to change it on your USB settings, because Riverside's pulling from USB. So it's going to be using the USB setting, sending into Riverside when it's doing its recording.
No, I do dual record. Well, actually, triple recording. I guess.
But the sound, like what Derek was saying, the sound on your Riverside, if you run both of them, the sound going into Riverside it will be coming from your USB 1 output. So that can be set differently as well in there.
Yeah. So if you wanted to have your flat recording local and then Riverside getting the processed, then you can always revert, because in Riverside you can upload after the fact.
Yeah.
The different audio and sync it.
I think what was happening was because my gain was set so low, because I didn't want to crank up the gain, because it was picking up more of the server noise.
Yeah.
So my gain was really low. But now that I'm getting this noise gate figured out, now I'll just have my gain cranked up more, because that was kind of the other thing, was I was more concerned about just kissing the green versus kissing the red. So now that I can see that it sounds okay if I kiss the red, I'm more comfortable with having the gain up.
Who knew we'd be talking about kissing? Anyway, so no, Derek, by the way, your picture is a lot clearer this time. I think it was the internet speed.
When I do YouTube live streams, it only accepts 1080. So I turned OBS up to 4K for the video settings. So it's sending out 4K to use the virtual camera this week.
I see. Last week it was coming in like, I don't know, 180 or something. That's really low, but much better this week.
I saw that on the rebroadcast. I was like, oh man.
I mean,
Video
sometimes
threw a potato.
Anyway, we've got more people joining us now. We have now Louis, you guys heard, but didn't get to see him. Glenn is also here. Hello, Glenn. Hey. Still don't hear you. I think your Zoom is muted.
You can hear me now.
There, we can hear you now. And Charles. Hello, Charles.
What's going on?
Can we hear you? Yes, we can hear you. Hey, you're looking right at us. I'm wondering what's happening. You're going to give us an update.
Yeah. Well, I set up my prompter. I'm still trying to get used to it. It's a little cumbersome with Zoom. I will say that. It's not the best. It's cumbersome.
Let's talk. Maybe we'll talk about that on Soundcheck.
I'm kind of on the I'm kind of on the fence with it. I'm not going to get rid of it either way, but I'm still kind of.
You're also very loud.
Not happy, but not sad.
You're also very loud. Are you on original sound?
Am I on? Yes, I'm on original sound.
You're a lot louder than everybody else.
I'm Sean loud.
You're very Sean loud. Oh my gosh. Why am I hearing
that? Was
it?
amazing.
Flat back. Oh, it's from Glenn. Yes, Glenn.
Yes.
We're getting a slap back from you.
Oh, that's impossible.
What? Testing?
That's impossible. That's impossible. I'm not the kind of guy that behaves that way.
Make sure.
I want to apologize for being a little late tonight, John. I was getting my voice de-essed. Okay.
What? What's a voice DS?
Getting your voice de-essed a little earlier, and I was doing that. That's what kept me away.
But we are still getting a slap back. So make sure that you are using the correct channel. Make sure. I hope that you're using your USB chat channel for input and output on your Zoom, or are you coming in from Ecamm?
I'm coming in from Ecamm.
And your Ecamm, you're coming Ecamm through Zoom?
Not through Zoom, no.
So you Ecamm, but then run it through virtually on Zoom separately?
Right.
Okay, so make sure then. So our communication now is only through Zoom.
Maybe it's am I on Facebook? Maybe.
Facebook.
Right, don't worry about that.
Make sure that it is. Well, why don't you turn on? Is your echo cancellation turned on Zoom? You're running the Zoom app, right? Not the Ecamm, the Zoom that's inside Ecamm.
Is there? I don't even know how to do that. I would have to put the coordinates in.
Wait. Let me ask you first, because right now I'm muting yourself so that we don't hear slapback. Tell me if you're running Zoom app, the meeting app on its own, or are you using Zoom inside of Ecamm?
Yeah, no. That's I'm doing it just like you said. I've got my Ecamm virtual cam coming through Zoom externally.
Got it. Then on your Zoom, make sure that your input and output are both set to USB chat and not USB, the main RØDECaster. So make sure that's on that. While you do that, I'm going to say hi to Aaron. Hello, Aaron.
Hello.
Oh wait, I'm gonna mute Glenn so that, and then I'll unmute you here in a bit. Okay, so all right, Aaron, I forgot your name earlier.
That doesn't bother me. If a telemarketer, the only time I care is if a telemarketer calls me. Normally, I'll just if it's something, I'll let it go. But if it's a telemarketer, I'll call them out on it. But otherwise, I don't care.
Who's been through a lot with me? We've seen things we shouldn't see.
Things we shouldn't have seen.
Oh gosh! But anyway, welcome back. See, that's what happens when you stop showing up for a few weeks. I forgot your name.
Yeah. Hey, believe me, it happens. It happens.
Anyway, well, let me hop back to jump back into Clubhouse, since it'll be my last one on Clubhouse. Hello, Clubhouse peeps. Cindy Lou is here. And Michael is still here with us. Is there anything RØDECaster-wise that you guys want to talk about? Luan is also here. Probably want to observe. Hello, Luan. I saw your reaction to my announcement that this will be the last week that we do this on Clubhouse on both RØDECaster User Meetup and Soundcheck.
Oh man, really? That
yes.
stinks.
You know what? It's okay. We're not closing shop. We're only moving shop.
I know. It's just easier for me. It's okay.
Yeah, YouTube is as easy, or Zoom is as easy too. You can install it on there, and you can listen to it on Zoom, or watch it on Zoom, or participate on Zoom. Same thing. So hopefully we'll see you more on there.
It's not exactly the same thing.
You can you can also well, so on Zoom you can call in. You don't have to actually get into the Zoom app. You can dial in.
Sure, if I lived in America, that might work.
Well, I can create a New Zealand
There's international
line for you.
numbers.
I can create a New Zealand line, but it might be as simple as just having, if you have the Zoom app installed on your phone, and it will be as easy as logging onto Clubhouse, I think. But
don't we have to go to your site first though and get the link and all that?
yeah, you can also keep that link, and then it will be the same link every single week until
Same
I
link
change
every
it.
week. Okay. Until you change it.
That's
right.
what I do.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's in my calendar. I never have to worry about it. I just click join and bloop, here I am.
And I say until I change it, just because typically I set this up as a recurring meeting, and a recurring meeting you can keep coming back to it. However, occasionally, it happens once for the past year. It happened once where the date are not syncing up, and so I couldn't get this week to show up, and so I have to start a whole recurring meeting again. But if nothing weird happens, we should still be able to use that same link going forward. Now that I don't put the link out publicly anymore, now you have to register. So if you're watching this, 11 of you who are watching this, if you want to participate, you can always call in via Zoom. Once again, I'm going to put that link in there, but do interact with me first on the YouTube chat so I know you're legit. So when you suddenly pop up as somebody's registered, I won't have to, wonder if this person is legit or not, if I've interacted with you on here. So anyway, let's hop back onto our conversation now. I do have a question for Derek too. We were talking about setting your gain level. I'm curious what with your Shure SM7 no set what's it called MV7S.
I'm just at 56.
56. Okay.
It's pretty much, they suggest with this one to use the SM7B kind of preset, and then I think the audio's been good enough to where I haven't really had to change it to anything. It just ever so often kisses the red, like you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been, it's still new enough that I haven't felt the need to change it.
Yeah, if it
that might change eventually, but maybe on sound check can get some feedback.
Yeah, maybe we'll get you to the advanced settings, so you have like more, like the 8 settings instead of the 3. We'll do that on sound check. Let's spend some time on it. And you don't have to keep it. You can save yours. You can save your presets, and then have us play with it, and then we'll save a sound check presets that you can keep to play with, and then compare those and evolve as you go. Like I said, I still change with my settings like 3 years into. Is it 3 years now? I try to remember. I looked it up and I can't remember. I think this came out in 2022, the RØDECaster Pro 2. Does that sound correct? Summer of 22? Any of you remember? I think that's correct, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When as I'm looking, I realized that my noise gate and some of my other settings aren't where I had them, so I must have reset it with the last firmware update. I guess the last firmware update reset it for me.
Yeah, it happens. And so that's why saving your presets is important for the tinkerers of us. If you want to mess with it, you can just save it. Like, I have so many presets. I recently have to delete like 10, 12 of them because I have to scroll so much. And trying to scroll your presets on, let me show it to you. If you try to scroll through your presets, so I change all my settings and I go to presets, and if I want to go down, the latest one is actually on the bottom, so I have to do this, right? I have to scroll this up, and occasionally if I miss it, I will hit a different preset that I didn't intend. Look, even after I clean it up, I still have so many. And this was as of March 19th of this year. In fact, I probably changed it more. I just haven't saved it just yet. So if you save your preset, then feel free to play with it more so that you can continue to mess with that. Good question, David Hunt. Let's just do that. So if you want to save your presets, Let's see. Who is anybody else having the camera? Want to show? Maybe I'll have you do it, Derek. Do you want to use as a guinea pig? Let us have you go there and do your saving your presets there, so that we can show David how you do it. So.
Gotta remember where it is.
Okay, let's go back to your settings. Oh, go to your mic settings. So on your mic, there you go. And then on presets on the right panel, bottom left, yeah, tap on that. And then do a plus. And then name it something. And then from there, save. Now you can always recall that presets back now. However, one tip, so yeah, now you change it to broadcast or change it to your own settings there in the test, so it will switch that way. One thing that it doesn't save is your gain. So I typically put my gain level in the name of my preset. So that's something, hopefully that's helpful, David, to save your presets. That way it gives you assurance that no matter what you do with your settings, you can always recall it back to where you had it, where you liked it before. So, keep saving. Presets is important.
Just a question. Has anybody else had their preset or their things change when they've updated firmware? Because I was not aware of that with the firmware update from a couple days ago.
1.6.6.
I didn't have that experience. I have seen it in forums and other people complain of that, but it didn't happen with me.
I wonder if it's because I didn't have any saved explicitly.
Probably. Like you don't have any of your own saved.
It's going to keep it. If not, then it's kind of factory.
Yes.
Sorts.
Yeah, I don't think it happened to me before, and yeah, I don't know if that happened to me before. My sub mixes though, or as RØDECaster would call it, the routing for your different what's it called? Mixes? What do they call it? Output routing. I guess the routing, that's what they call it. The routing for different outputs. That's changed on me before. After like a firmware update, but not on the presets. But that could be it. So always save your presets. Who does not save their presets? Who's still like living dangerously? Okay, you saved it. You got Derek. You got it. Louis raised his hand.
He's like, I didn't until just now.
I saved it live.
Same for me. I didn't until today.
There was. Wait. Do I not have? Oh yeah, that was Reggie, right?
Yeah, I didn't start saving my presets until today. So.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I definitely, other than turning up your threshold for your RØDECaster's compression threshold, the next thing is save your preset. Those are the things that I would love to encourage people to do. Could you delete neutral podcast studio or broadcast? You cannot. Those are the custom ones, something that you can start with. And some people absolutely love those, but I definitely encourage you, even if you think you like them, after spending some time with your RØDECaster, explore it on your own. And of course, there are the settings outside of those 3 custom presets. The ones that it's easily, the ones that's presented to you first is usually the 3 knobs in not the advanced settings, but the processing, the simple processing where you have the depth, sparkle, and punch. Those 3 things that you set, those are good start. You can tweak those 3 knobs to the combination where you feel like it sounds good. Then you switch over to the advanced setting. The presets are a combination of those 8. And once you switch to the advanced setting, you are presented to those 8 presets that you can then individually set those. So definitely play with that.
And having the default ones in there can be useful if you are doing something in person or live. You don't know what the other people are going to sound like. So that's a good starting point to throw it on broadcast or podcast to get a baseline, because you might not have time to go through and tweak each other person's microphone or voice or whatnot or room noise. It at least gives you a starting place where you can make the best of it as much as possible in a short amount of time if necessary.
That's right. That's right. And that's very true. And we have Maestro joining us also. Hello, Maestro. Now I feel like I have 2 or 3 of the was it Reggie? And there was somebody else too. I was trying to recall who is it that wanted to talk about the virtual devices on the RØDECaster. I think it's you. Now that I see you, I remember you on one of them. You're one of them. Who is it? There's another person. I know Reggie mentioned that last week, and there's somebody else who wanted to do it. I can't remember who. I'm sure when we're not live, I'll remember. But we could talk about that very soon. Maybe in Soundcheck or next week we can talk about that. Who just left? Oh, it's Lewis. So let me bump Maestro up so that I can do this. And then everybody's in the... You know how it drives me crazy when there's a black hole? When I do all the preset and then somebody leave and there's a black hole. You know what? I still haven't sent the example that I wanted to send Ken and Glenn on Ecamm to have them implement that. Anyway. Okay. So David Hunt wanted to know also how to use the virtual devices. Is it called virtual devices? I keep forgetting
virtual channels.
Virtual channel. What that Rode calls it? Virtual devices.
Virtual channels.
Virtual channels. So virtual channels is essentially virtual output from your computer, because it's through USB 1, virtual outputs from your computer into the inputs of your RØDECaster. So specifically, if you have a certain app that's running on your computer that you want to have your RØDECaster fader controlling it, you can set it. So we'll definitely talk about that. Okay, open that back up to anybody who has any RØDECaster specific thing. RØDECaster video, we have an update. The only person with the RØDECaster video is the person that forgot the name, Aaron.
Have you done it? I don't care. No, I haven't done it. I saw it about midnight last night. I didn't have time to
maybe we can talk. Maybe we'll let's see if there's anybody else have any questions or things they wanted to bring up to the panel while we have everybody here. And if not, we can talk about the features that is in the latest RØDECaster video.
Now, one feature that they have is. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying that I can do circles now. I can put my head in a circle like
rounded corners. If you go all the way, it's now circle like this, like me,
yes, like you,
like this thing around me. Oh, look at me! Oh, so what was it? Okay, did Glenn come back?
Reggie was saying something. Oh no, we lost.
Oh no, we lost his. Oh, let me unmute you. Not unmute you. Let me ask to unmute. Let me ask you to unmute and see if he's able to figure out. Now, can you unmute, Glenn? Did you figure out?
There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yep. No slapback. What did you change? You changed it to USB chat on your input and output.
I went from virtual mic to I've got everything on Rode Pro 2 main, and so I just changed my mic was on virtual, and I changed it to Rode Pro 2 main. So I've got both. I've got both the speaker and the microphone on RØDECaster Pro 2 main stereo.
All right, now who's ready for John to start talking about how you should use the chat channel? That's what's coming up.
Wait,
next.
hang on. There's one more thing. Live. Wait, I sent that to you, didn't I?
Approved.
I approved it. You are Calvin, right? See if you're Calvin. I think you're Calvin. I approved you last week, and check your if it is not there. Go ahead and let me see if I can send it to you again. I see it. Check your spam filter to see if it's there. If not, I can see if I can send that to you again. So let me send it back to you again. My problem comes in when using the share screen option. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Let me
Sorry, put that in the wrong place.
Kelvin,
Wrong chat window.
Let me resend your confirmation email again. Cindy Lou, of course, just joined us. Yay, hello. Cindy Lou is now joining
John, I
us.
had something I learned that I wanted to share.
Okay. You go ahead.
So the interesting thing that I had learned by putting it, I don't know how many people here use this in the field, but I've been trying to put it through its paces. That's why it's been a while since I've been back, because I like to be able to come back with some actual real world, data and use cases. And so I just did a live event, and I used the RØDECaster. I set it up with some speakers, and the situation that happens to all of us, that we all do, we have 50 pieces of something that we need to bring when we're doing our AV setup, but we always forget one thing. Well, the one thing I still happened to forget was the actual power cord, which was crazy.
Oh, Lord.
I almost wanted to cry when I got to the event, because it's like 45-minute drive. And, I didn't panic or anything, but I will say that I'm not sure if anybody else has experienced this, but a friend had, one of the helpers, it was a colleague, had a power cord from their PC. And we tried that, and it actually worked.
So where's the power source then? Like the power brick from the computer?
Yeah, it was
it's like the charger of the computer, right? Like where you plug into the wall, and then the other end is a USB-C.
Yeah, it was pretty much USB-C. It looked very similar to the RØDECaster.
Yeah. As long as it's enough power. I can't remember. Does anybody remember off the top of their head what is the power required? But usually, if it's powerful enough for a laptop, typically it should be good enough to power your.
I actually saw a video today, John, where someone was using a power bank.
Yes.
They had like a Pelican case, and at the bottom they had a power brick.
If you have a power delivery enough to drive it will do
juice,
that.
And they said the voltage on their video, but of course that wasn't.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Thought I needed to remember. But,
well, we can look it up.
Around probably a 150 watt PD laptop adapter, just in your kit of cables and spares.
Well, the next time you get a power bank, Aaron found it. Okay, Aaron found
30 watts.
30 watt USB.
Yep.
Power. Okay.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah. So if you have next time you get a power bank, because you're probably more likely to carry that power bank with you, and then a USB-C cable. That's cool. Good to know. So
I highly to that point, I highly recommend
Anchor.
This Anchor device. This is one of their smart devices, but this does output USB-C at 30 watts.
Okay.
So.
And it's airline compliant, right?
It is airline compliant.
I almost bought one of those before I went away.
I use this for traveling.
Arrive in time.
Is it this one?
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
That one.
Okay.
So that's the 9600. There's one that I wouldn't do that one. I would do. It looks just like that, but it is not.
This one? No.
That one.
The U green.
I'll get you a link.
Okay.
120, right, or something?
Yeah,
Smaller?
I can't. No, it's bigger.
Bigger. Okay.
Yeah, and it has a rechargeable. You can get a rechargeable base, so you can either
2500.
like it's a contactless.
Oh, there's a sale. Is it this one?
No, that's
doesn't
not,
look like
that's
it.
not it.
That's
I don't know. Is that one? Can you fly with that? That looks like it's over 20,000 milliamp.
Flight approved.
Oh yeah, it is a flight approved. Do you trust them?
Yeah, all Anchor
you
stuff
called
is.
out, though.
Yeah, I haven't had any problems at any airports. Knock on wood.
I
know,
stuck both ways.
I'm about to fly international, and that they're a little bit pickier. When
I'll tell you, because I just went to Japan, and going, it got me searched, and coming back, it got me searched because I got a little bit smaller battery, but it was a nice size.
Aaron, that's got nothing to do with the power bank.
I know, I hear you.
Wow.
We shouldn't have fixed this audio.
All right, there you go. There's the link to the one that I'm talking about. but it's 27,000 milliamps. 250
Charles,
watt portable charger.
Are you saying that like plugging that? Are you saying plugging that directly into the unit? That should
You could run your RØDECaster off of this. Absolutely.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And the fact that, and the only reason I mentioned this one is because it's 27,000 milliamp hours. Like that's a lot.
Sharing it on YouTube for you guys too. The link that
so
shared.
That's cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is, it comes with it. I mean, it's $270. It's not cheap, but for what you're getting,
As a backup,
for less than
and it connects via Bluetooth.
And if you don't have a power source close
Bluetooth.
to you, or in the pinch, the lot lose power, you might still have your RØDECaster.
Yeah.
Your other equipment might not be running, but you have your RØDECaster.
Well, and that should charge
Podcast
a
about it,
laptop
huh? Podcast
probably
about
2
how
times easily.
Without all the accessories, I saw it was on sale when I saw it for less than $100, I think.
Yeah, I got mine with the hub, with the docking station, because I have persistent things that are like non-intelligent that I just need to charge, like my Bluetooth headset. So I plug those things into there instead of using my intelligent charger from Anchor. No, the show is not sponsored by Anchor, but it can be, maybe. John will take some free stuff.
I don't mind. I don't mind
my,
taking some free stuff to review. I mean, or
right.
I mean,
Exactly.
review meaning I'll tell you what I really think. So maybe that's why you never said it to me.
So I have Anchor's intelligent charging station, where it distributes power based on needs. But I have stuff that it doesn't really matter. There's no intelligent charging about them. So that's why I wanted the hub. And that way I can just take this off the base, throw it in the case, and off I go. I don't have to worry about it.
So I guess we'll definitely talk about virtual channels on Soundcheck. So if you want to, this is a good teaser. If you want to watch Soundcheck and without trying to find where we are, if you're watching this right now, so consider subscribing and then hit the notification bell. And then when Soundcheck comes on, you'll be notified.
John, real quick.
Yes.
Has anybody else tried the call? I have to know. This is the $1 million question for me. Okay, yes, because I have, again, real world experience situation, right? I even contacted Rode. I'm waiting for them to contact me back because I'm doing interviews, and I found out one reason why the call me feature, at least for me, made sense. I was just trying to figure out I'm interviewing people, and people I'm interviewing, I'm giving them a choice of doing, audio versus video. And I thought, okay, let me try the call me. And I've tested it multiple times, and I tested it on my phone. I tested it on my iPad. It drops out when I do it on Safari or Chrome. It does not matter. If I test it, it drops out after like 5 minutes. And so Rode
for
said,
your guest,
try
you mean? Like the guest who's calling in from
I'm trying the browser
the web
feature.
call
the web call in feature.
Mm-hmm.
So I contacted Rode, and they said, well, try to get off your network, and just do it on your data. I tried that too, and I'm having the same issue. So I was curious, has anybody been testing that or having that issue? Because the main reason why I did it was because when I tried to plug in the phone through USB-C 2 on the RØDECaster Pro 2, I forgot, and I hate this that they don't tell us this, but with iPhones, for the phone call, you're not getting that audio coming in. You're only getting it through like YouTube or video apps. So it just defeated the whole purpose of me trying to have an interview over the phone, connecting it to the RØDECaster.
If you have 15 or later iPhone, then you're fine. But if it's a Lightning to USB-C adapter thing, that does not work, unfortunately. And that's a limitation of the iPhone. Well, the iPhone with Lightning connection. So September 9th is coming, so you might be getting a new phone. Then it won't be an issue, and you can actually use the phone call.
They can get a 17.
Yeah, you can get a 17.
So wait a second. So his dropout issue is because of the Lightning connection?
No. Sorry. Two separate things. The dropout is still an issue. I think you were specifically talking about not using your phone because or choosing not to use your phone because it does not want to connect to your RØDECaster when you connect it through your Lightning connected iPhone, an iPhone with a Lightning port. So therefore, the next best option would be Call Me, and then Bluetooth quality is not so
that's
great.
true.
And so that way, if using Call Me, I guess that the connection drop could also be because of your guests. Well, I guess you're testing it yourself, so it could be your data or internet connection. And did they have you change it to like a lower quality call? It should automatically switches your call quality when the network is weak.
I'll try it now if you want.
Maestro,
I'll call on my
you
phone.
Signed up for one of the plans, or are you using the free level plan?
The free plan.
I bet you if their eventual response will be, well, if you sign up for one of these paid plans, it'll work.
They already
great.
give you only 5 minutes for the lifetime of the product. They better give you full functionality to try out in that limited 5 hours or 5 minutes? 5 hours.
It's 5 hours
Yeah.
lifetime though.
Yeah,
So
5
it
hours
doesn't
lifetime
reset.
of your
So that's
hardware.
the other thing to keep in mind, Maestro. Don't spend too much time because you have 5 hours total.
I know that
So you might
made a
get it
good
all
point.
perfectly tweaked.
Yeah,
And then
that's
for
what's-
that cost per month,
I do the
Riverside
interview
or
call.
something like that.
Well, you can always do
Sounds
month
much
to
better
month, I
option.
guess. You can do the
I
month
was
to
all
month.
set
You
to,
have 5
just
minutes.
Riverside for it. And
You have 5 minutes left. Your call will be disconnected. Please
thought the power
deposit
cord was a problem.
$50.
Huh.
I wonder if you could do collect calls. And call.
Okay, so David said that he can call in, but we're gonna end this one. So we only have 2 more minutes. So I think let's port our conversation over to soundcheck.
I see what you did there. Phone port. Yeah. Got you.
Oh, anyway, saying goodbye to Clubhouse. Who knows? I might come back one of these days when I feel like it. But Clubhouse is where it all started, and so Clubhouse people, if you're watching, if you're listening to the replay, I don't even think anybody's listening to the replay. But if you're listening to the replay all the way to the end, find us on learner2learner.com. Go to the website, and you'll learn how to join us directly on Zoom, and also watching us on YouTube as well. So David, I'll see you on the other show. Everybody watching live, 9 of you watching live, head over to Soundcheck. And those of you who are already on the Zoom call, just hang tight. When we end the show, you can still carry on your conversation. And as I get myself ready for the next show. Bye, everybody. See you next week.